Hello students, we shall continue with the same chapter, the wolves of Cernogratz. And today we will start with the 27th para. Moved by some impulse which she could not have explained, the Baroness left the guest and made her way to the narrow, cheerless room where the old governess lay watching the hours of dying years slip by. In spite of biting cold of a winter night, the window stood open. With an exclamation on her lips, the Baroness rushed forward to close it. Now, suddenly, the Baron left the guest without any reason and moved towards the narrow, unhappy room of the old woman, where the old woman was lying, and watching the year passing by. In spite of the harsh, cold winter, the window of the governess was open, and the Baroness was very surprised to see that opened window. She moved forward to close it. 28th para. Leave it open, said the old woman, in a voice that for all its weakness carried an air of command, such as Baroness had never heard before from her lips. The old woman said in her weak voice, "Let it open." And that voice was so weak that Baroness had never heard before. Baroness had never heard before such a weak voice from the old woman's lips. 29 para. But you will die of cold. The Baroness said that. You will die of cold. The harsh wind is coming in. 30th para. I am dying in any case, said the voice. And I want to hear the music. They had come from far and wide to sing death music of my family. It's beautiful that they have come. I am the last one Cernogratz that will die in our old castle, and they have come to sing to me. Now, the old woman said, I am dying in any case. Let the window open. I want to hear the voice of a howling wolves. They have come from afar to sing the death music of my family. It is very beautiful to hear. And it is very beautiful that they have come. And I am the last one Cernogratz that will die in our old castle. And they have come to sing. 31 para. The cry of the wolves rose on the still winter air and floated around the castle walls. The woman lay back on her couch with a look of a long delayed happiness on her face. Now, the cry of the wolves were very loud in the silent winter air, and it was echoing, floating around the walls of the castle. The woman lay back on the couch, and the look on her face was very happy because she knows that wolves have come for her to sing for her. The wolves have come for her, and she is the last one Cernogratz. That's why she was very happy. 32 para. Go away, said the Baroness. I am not lonely anymore. I am one of a great old family. Now, the old woman said to Baroness, leave the room. I am not lonely anymore. I am one of the great old family. I come from the great family of one Cernogratz. So I am not lonely. The wolves have come for me to sing. So now go away. I don't need you. 33 para. I think she is dying, said the Baroness, and then she had rejoined her guest. I suppose we must send for a doctor, and that terrible howling. Not for much money would I have such death music. Now the Baroness said that she is dying when she rejoined, or when she went back to the guest, when she attended her guest again, or she went back to her guest, she said she is dying. And the Baroness also said that we must call a doctor. And she also added that what a this terrible howling noise. This is really very horrible. That and the noise is very very terrible to our ears. And even she said that even not for money I would have such death music. Not for money even I will have such music, such death music. Okay, even if someone gives me the money, or I will not listen for even such for money also, means this death music I will never hear in my life. Even for the money also I will not hear such death music. Now 34 para, that music is not to be bought for any amount of money, said Cernogratz. Now Cernogratz said that Cernogratz said that music, this music, as that baroness said that now, even if I have to buy that music, if yeah, even if I have to buy with the buy with the money, that music I will never hear that music. So in reply the Conrad said that that music is not to be bought for any money. This music means the howling noise of the wolf. This is referring to as a music, so it is not to be bought for any money. Now 35 para. Hark means listen. What is that other sound? Asked the baron, as a noise of splitting and crashing was heard. Now the baron said that, listen, what's that noise? The baron said that, listen, what's that noise? It is as if it is a kind of a noise of breaking and crashing. He said, I can hear it is a kind of a noise of breaking and crashing. 36 para. It was a tree falling in the park. Now that voice was of the tree crashing in the park. Okay, it was a tree crashing in the park. 37th para. There was a moment of constrained silence, means very tensed, uneasy silence. And then the banker wife spoke. Now there was a moment that was very tensed, very quiet, so uneasy silence. And then to break the silence, that banker's wife spoke. 38th para. It is the intense cold that is splitting the trees. It is also the cold that has brought the wolves out in such number. Now the banker wife said that it is in intense cold. That is why the baroness wife said that due to the cold, such a harsh cold, due to that cold, the tree has split, or the tree has broken. And also due to this cold, the wolves have come out in a great number. Okay, this was spoken by banker's wife. Now 39th para. Baroness eagerly agreed that the cold was responsible for these things. It was a cold of open window too, which caused the Fräulein heart's failure, but the notice in the newspaper looked very well. Now the baroness eagerly agreed to the banker's wife, and told that yes, the cold was responsible for all these things. It was and it was also the window of the old woman was open, which caused the old Fräulein heart's failure. Because of the cold, that old woman's heart had failed. Yeah, heart, because the heart failure was due to the open window too. But the notice in the newspaper came, and what it says was very well defined. Now see what it is written. 40th para. On December 29th, the castle Cernogratz. Died Amalie von Cernogratz. For many years, a valued friend of Baron and Baroness Grubel. So, newspaper, it was very well written on the newspaper. On December 29th, at the Castle Cernograd, died Amalie von Cernogratz. She was, yeah, for many years, she was a valued means a good friend of Baron and Baroness Grubel. You all know that old woman was just a governess, and how nicely and cleverly in the newspaper the notice came that a valued or a good friend of baron and baroness. So how cleverly the newspaper has printed a valued friend means a good friend of baron and baroness, though we know that the old woman was working as a governess in that castle. Thank you, students. Now, mark some word meanings to write in your fair copy. First is bay. Second is defiance, contempt, incredulous, clamor, withered, shrunken, impertinence, crept, forlorn, winning, outburst, hark, and constrained. Write these word meanings in your fair copy.